So it's about 20 till 6 on a Friday morning. Um, just going to go do morning chores and bring you guys along with. So most of our chickens have an automatic door, so we don't got to open them up. As you can see, most of them are out already. Even a lot of the small ones that this year's are out. That door opens up at like 5:15. We're trying to train the little ones to go in there. Last night we threw a bunch in there because they haven't been going to their little coop. Night before last, I picked them all up. They were inside their little, as they are right there. I think there's like 10 of them all went in there last night, and they went in on their own. Night before, they were all perched inside here on their feed buckets, on their milk crates and all that. They were perched inside here. So I picked them up last night. I picked them up and put them in the big coop. That's where they want to go anyway. So, and their feed's all good. We always check their feed at night, so their feed is all good. We ain't got to worry about their feed. They have plenty of water. Their water comes from the rain, and we have one thing of water inside their greenhouse, but it's good. It's good right there, but most of their water comes from the rain. I got a rain barrel there, and I got water right there for them. She'll feed them scraps around 8 o'clock in the morning, and at the same time she feeds the pigs. We don't feed the pigs this early, nor do we feed the chickens this early. So now I'll walk down here to the meat birds, move them, and feed them. And their water we filled up last evening, so we ain't got to worry about their water. And their feed I fill up in the evenings too, at the same time. But I don't. I take the feed away from them at night. We usually give them between 12 and 14 hours of feed, and between 10 and 12 hours of no feed. Just got to watch the birds. You don't want to run over nobody. And when they're little like this, it's easy to do. We normally don't have them tarps on the backside. We brought them out on Monday, and it was beautiful out. It was supposed to be nice out the entire week, but it got Tuesday. It started raining. It got really cold down in the 40s and windy, so we put the tarp back on. Put a tarp on the backside, and we had it down, but we just put clamps on it yesterday because it started warming back up finally. So far this month in May, we have gotten 18.5 inches of rain just in May, which is truly insane. Now, same with these little guys. You got to watch you don't run over them. They normally move pretty easy, though. They don't usually fight you at all. They do when they get a little bigger. But when they're little like this, they want fresh grass. Pretty good poop load. That's, if you can see it in the camera or not, that's one night. I moved them about 4 o'clock, 3:30, 3:45 yesterday, and then that's overnight. So we've been moving them twice a day, and I will soon be moving them 3 times a day because they're pooping a lot more, getting a lot more poop load on the ground. I don't want them in their poop. I ain't worried about how much is on the grass, but I don't want them in it very long, so I want to keep moving them. Get your butts back in there. Couple escape artists. And there they are. Act like they ain't never ate before. They eat about 3 scoops of feed a day, roughly, what they've been eating. Like I said, we have them on feed for 12 to 14 hours. Like I say, it's 5:45 right now, roughly. And I'll take that out. I'll usually take it out usually around 7 or so. If I remember, when I remember. Sometimes, I mean, it's been later than that, but that's what they normally, I try to around 7. So that's 13 hours of feed. That's it. If the water's good, moved them, got feed. Always get that stuff prepped in the evenings. Their feed and water, the chicken's feed and water is good. They'll get their scraps. I say around 8 more when she feeds them. And the pigs the same way. Their water's good. We fill their barrel up about once a week. It's a 55-gallon barrel with nipples in it. We fill it up about once a week. It's usually on like Sundays we fill it up, Saturday or Sunday. So that's it for this morning. That took a total of 11 minutes uncut. So 11 minutes and 49 seconds uncut. I will edit a little bit out of this, but that's what it took to move 66 meat birds and open up the chickens and feed the meat birds. It doesn't take that long to do it in the evenings. The same thing. Right now I'm going to get ready for work, and when I come home, I'll bring you. So it's 3:30 now. I'm home from work. Been home for a few hours actually. I harvested some lettuce and spinach and planted some peppers. And got the trailer hooked up for the farmer's market tomorrow. A few things done. Now I'm going back to the animal chores. And right now I'm going to move the meat birds. And yes, it's raining again. Today's May 30th. And this May has been the rainiest May that I can ever remember. I would assume probably ever, but I don't know that for sure. I never looked up the record. But I keep track of how much rain we get. And so far this month, just in May here, we've gotten 18.5 inches of rain. Our annual average in the town I'm closest to is only 44 for the whole year, and we got half of that already. So yeah, it's been a pretty good month. Last year we didn't get any rain. This year we ain't get nothing but rain. But hoot owl. So now I got to take their feed out, and you can see they have a pretty decent poop load. You could probably let it go a little longer, but I'm going to move them now, and then I'll move them again in the morning, as I did this morning. But I need to get the feed out there and then move them. They usually move easier in the mornings than they do in the afternoons, but they move pretty easy regardless when they're little like this. The thing now they're going to get on wet grass, off the dry grass and on the wet grass. Calm down. Calm down. Just ran over one. I've never had that happen before. Oh, poor guy. I'm sorry. Just ran over one. Of all the years of moving chickens, I've never ever had that happen before. I've never had that happen where I run over one. It came out the backside and it died. It's not good. It's not good. Makes you feel bad when you do something like that. And I definitely didn't mean to do it. They all pile up in one corner usually, but usually if you bump it a little bit and then bump it a little bit, they'll run forwards. And I thought they were, but there must have been a little bit of a hole there, and it flopped out the back. And I saw it flop out the back, and poor old guy didn't make it. Now I got to do the same to these, and hopefully I don't damage any of these ones. Now they're all piled up in that one side. Come on, move on, move along, move along. See, these ones here spreading out a lot more. I can actually keep an eye on these guys. I'll take the wheels back off, and then these guys will be done till about 7 or 7:30. Then we'll come down and I'll take their feed away, and we'll fill their water bottles up, fill their feed up, and be ready for tomorrow. Poor little guy. Makes you feel really terrible when you do something like that. That was a stupid mistake. So when you're moving your own chickens, for those of you that do, or those of you that's gonna, don't pull a Dale. And pay more attention. Just because you do it every day don't mean you know exactly how you should do things. It's time to get the pig bowls out. They're starting to be a pain in the butt because of all the dang rain we've gotten. What are you ding dongs doing? Huh? Oh, watch back so I can get your bowl. Yeah. Watch back. I can't get your bowl if you're in the road there, dum-dum. Watch out of the way. You ain't eating my shovel. Get. Come on, watch out. You ain't eating my shovel. Would you move out of the road there, Dut? Oh, shoot. They're a little crazy, but that's all right. I'll give about a half a scoop twice a day per pig. And they each got their own bowl. Hey, 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 hey. And then I have a half a cup of sunflower seeds mixed with corn. And I give each of them a full scoop of that twice a day. And sometimes I'll throw a scoopful of that out in their sty so they can go rooting for it. Because they do like to root. Even when it's raining out, they don't care. Now feeding them, hopefully you can see that good enough. But feeding them is kind of funny because you got to chase them around a little bit. Ooh, now they dump that bucket clear out. And they got one upright. That one there's clear upside down. You guys are idiots. You know that? If you would back along with me. It's a little after 7. I don't know. It was like 7:30 probably in the evening. And yes, it's still raining. I'm not sure. I think we moved to the rainforest or something. I'm not sure what's going on. But we loaded our trailer up and took it to the farmer's market and set up our canopy and put a couple tables under. That way I don't got to do it in the morning. I'll go to the farmer's market by myself tomorrow. Heather's mother will help me. She helped me last week, but setting the canopies up by yourself is kind of a pain in the butt. And she don't get there till a little bit after I do. So I'm going to take the food away. I'm not going to move them. I only move them in the mornings. I'm going to soon start moving them in the evenings, but not quite yet. But the food's got to come out right now. Watch out. Watch out. Get out of there. Get out of there. And they poop in their food. That's nasty. I would say probably tomorrow, maybe Sunday. If not tomorrow, Sunday, I'll have to move them 3 times a day, start moving 3 times a day. At that time, I will probably put up one of my fences so that they can free range a little bit, get out of their own poop. The thing is, you got to make sure that they're big enough that they can't fit through the fence when you move them. Put the fence up so they can free range. Their water is good. She will water them tomorrow after I leave for the farmer's market. They still got plenty of water. I checked it when I was down there. So these metal barrels work really good for keeping feed in, keeps them dry. And that'll just go in there. But the first thing I'll do is I'll get me a scoop of corn and sunflower seeds. Make it 2 scoops. Just like Raisin Bran when we was kids, 2 scoops of raisins. Anybody remembers that? If not, I guess I'm showing my age. And they're good little piggies. And a lot of times I'll just take this little purple scratcher thing. I'm not sure what it's for. Like a zoom groom. It's like a dog brush, I guess. But these little guys love it. Don't you, buddy? Yeah. They're good boys. Aren't you? Yeah. Got to give them some lovin's every day. They like it. Now we'll go over and I will check on the egg layers and show you how we got the broody ones. So these chores doesn't take that long. And I work a full-time job. So anybody can raise animals and work a full-time job. Even if my wife didn't help taking care of them, like feeding these guys their scraps and the pigs in the mornings and making sure everybody had water, it's still easy enough for one person to do this. There's no reason why you can't raise some of your own food. So all these little dudes, last night, every one of these guys, these younger ones, which is what most of these in here are, not all of them, some of them are the older ones, but they didn't go in their house, which that over there was their house, if you remember. So I gathered them up, and they're not going to go in there tonight either. So the ones I gathered up, I put in the big coop with the big girls. I think 10 of them ended up in their house. But when you have a chicken being broody, the best thing you can do is isolate them. It works every time, and it works pretty quick. These two right here, that one there and that one there, have been sitting on eggs for the last couple of days. We keep moving them off. That one there more so than the other one. That one. The little Turkin, the naked neck, she just started yesterday. But I didn't notice her as much. That one I've noticed for a couple of days now. But if you isolate them in here, shut the door, and just make sure they got feed and water, in a day or so, they'll quit being broody. And you all is going to have to go in that one for bedtime tonight. You can't go in this one. So this here takes about 15 minutes 3 times a day to take care of roughly 145, 150 critters. And Heather probably spends 15 minutes probably twice a day. So you're looking at, take care of all these animals we have, you're looking at probably, actually this here's 12 minutes, how long this part of the video was. And that was me setting the camera up and moving it. So anyhow, you're looking at, if one person did all these chores by themselves, you're looking at probably an hour to an hour and a half at most per day to take care of 145 to 150 animals. Now, granted, we don't move them all like we used to. We used to move our chickens. We don't do that anymore, mainly because we don't have property, for one, to move them as much as we should. And I started making them. Sorry about that. It's raining. And I started making compost, so they need to be stationary. We can make way more compost out of them. I look on top of my cattle panel trellis. If you can see it or not, there is a, oh, just flew away. There was a cardinal. Anyhow, it's starting to rain harder, so I'm going to call it a day. I'll come back out later and check on the egg layers and make sure they all went inside. That's going to wrap this video up, so till we meet again. Take care. God bless.